Hi guys! Welcome to our first episode of Designing and Developing Your Website Portfolio from Scratch series. So here on this episode, I will show you the first step na usually web designers forget to execute on the initial phase pa lang. You will learn to research and study the things needed, like ano ba yung goals mo dito sa website na ito? What do you want to accomplish? The list of services that you want to include on the website. Then on the second part of the video, we will create a simple sitemap or user flow. So ito yung series of steps or diagrams mapping out each and every steps towards its final interaction. So madalas ginagamit itong user flow or sitemap sa mga mobile apps or yung mga complicated websites na maraming screens or pages. Pero madalas ginagamit ko rin to on every initial phase. And it's a good practice na rin na masanay kang gumamit or gumawa ng mga diagrams or ng mga sitemaps. So then, on the last part of this video, we will create the wireframe based on our sitemap. So, without further ado, let's begin. So we will start with creating your background details. So starting with your name, like say, gamitin na lang natin si Juan de la Cruz. And then your title is, of course, web designer and developer. Then it's better that you have some short descriptions na catchy to users, especially your clients. So, we will use yung sinabi ko dati sa creating your killer portfolio video na that's something na I build amazing websites through WordPress, helping you achieve the best of the best strategic designs for your business. So, yeah. By the way, I am using an app on my iPad called Concepts app. So, you can download it on the Apple Store. So, okay siyang gamitin for sketches, for your drawings, notes, note-taking, yan. And I think available rin siya on Google Play Store. Okay, so now we have your name, your title, and your brief intro on what you can do to help clients. Next, let's list the type of your services. So since you're a designer and a website developer, so starting with graphic designs, mobile app designs, WordPress development. Then you can add more if you have more services that you want to include. If you're a mobile app developer, then you can add it as well, or a branding designer, some sort of like that. Then, isasama na din natin yung brand colors na gusto natin i-portray sa website. So, for this, for this portfolio website, I'm thinking of using orange, black, gray, and off-white. So, we will go deeper into that sa episode 2 nitong portfolio website series. For the fonts, I'm thinking of bold, modern, yet minimal styles. So, again, we will tackle it on the episode 2. We can also look for inspirations online like Abduzido, Awards, Web Designers Depot, then yung mostly common na Pinterest, Behance, and Dribbble. So, one tip na I think magugustuhan nyo, you should download the Muesli or Muesli Chrome extensions if you're using Chrome. So, ito yung default landing browser ko since I discovered it on Instagram. So, it's a good source of design inspiration pag open mo pa lang ng browser or ng usual Google browser mo. So, I think this is a good alternative if you're looking for instant inspirations for your designs. Okay, so let's move forward with creating a simple sitemap or user flow. So, starting with different pages needed sa website natin. So, we need our landing page, of course, or yung tinatawag na home page. Then, portfolio, or you can call it as work as well. And then, services. This will be the list of your services, of course. Yung kanina, like yung graphic designs, web development, WordPress development, mga ganun. Then, about, of course, this is all about you, your mission, your vision. Then, of course, contact as the priority pages. Then, sasama na rin natin yung single post for our portfolio showcase. 404 or yung tinatawag na error page, then the archive for the secondary pages. So, on our home page, we will have 4 sections dito. So, the first section would be the highlight of our website. So, andito yung tagline, short intro, image of our best work. We can include some mock-up for your best work. Then, of course, the CTA or the call to action button that will redirect to the portfolio. Pwede mo ding lagyan ng name mo as the headline. But if you will have a logo-based name, it's better to avoid having both to avoid redundancy. So, kung meron kang sariling or personal logo of your brand, so better use it as your logo. And then, have the headline as your name. So, like for me, yung headline ko is my whole name, Franz Escolastico, dun sa aking website. And then, yung logo ko is, of course, my personal abstract logo, which is a monogram kind of type of logo. Then, usually, yung iba, yung call to action button nila on the landing page or on the home page, so first section, dinadirect na agad nila dun sa contact page. Pero ang goal kasi natin dito is for clients, for prospects, or for other users to see your portfolio or your recent work or your gallery of work. So, better to direct them to your portfolio page. Then, the second section will be our recent work, or this can be a gallery of your work. Then, on the third section, will be some highlighted testimonials from your previous clients. So, better to ask your previous clients to give a kahit short feedbacks or testimonials lang from your old projects or work, or if it's family related, usually ganoon naman nagsisimula sa mga relatives. So, better ask them para ma-include mo sa iyong portfolio website. So, having feedbacks or testimonials are good social proof, and mas ma-encourage pa yung users or the prospects or the clients na i-hire ka sa kanilang projects. Then, on the last section will be the footer or the bottom part with call to action button redirecting to our contact page. So, that's for the homepage. Yay! Then, let's move forward on the portfolio page. So, we will need our images here, your mock-up, then pagination command sa huling part to view more work. Then, once kinlik yung image, it will directly go to the single post page na nandun lahat ng info ng project showcase or case study. So, nandun yung in-depth information on how you execute the project, or how you explored or finish. Tama ba? Basta nandun lahat yung whole details ng project na yun na ginawa mo. Then, same with the homepage. The last section would be the footer with call to action button going to the contact page. Then, let's move with the services page. So, this will start with the different services you offer. Then, on the second section would be the highlight of your top 3 recent work. Then, the footer, of course. Then, on the about page, bilis natin, di ba? Kasi ito yung itatakal na natin to on the second or on the third video series. So, mas mahaba yun. So, on this about page will be something like your online short version of your CV, resume. So, nandun yung background info, the image, your social mediums, Facebook, Instagram, Facebook page, Instagram, if may Behance ka, may Dribble, may Pinterest. Let's also include the timeline of your work history if available, and the brands or companies you worked with. Then, of course, the footer part with the call to action button. And then, for the contact page, will be just super simple. So, to avoid getting spam, we will just use a contact form here. Then, submit button going to your email holder. And then, of course, the footer. Yung footer will not be shown here kasi magiging redundant na yung itsura niya. Itsura ng flow niya kasi nasa contact page siya tayo. So, wala na yung footer part na nandun yung call to action button for the contact. And then lastly, the 404 or ito yung the error. Usually iba dito is the usual or the default 404 page ng hosting. Pero, syempre, gagawin natin branded nga based sa yung brand, sa yung style. So, gagawin natin rin siya. So, ito nga, this is usually show when someone got an errors page. Like, nag-search sila ng iba na wala naman talagang info doon sa website mo. So, lilitaw si 404. Then, sa 404, we will have a search bar. Then, of course, the submit or enter CTA. Then, once na nag-search sila doon, an archive will show for the results. So, that's another extra page, the archives. So, now we have this simple sitemap na gagamitin natin sa ating wireframes. So, marami nagtatanong bakit pa daw kailangan ng wireframe kung pwede namang diretso na design or dun sa website, mismo sa WordPress, like if you're using a page builder, diretso na dun yung design. Pwede naman actually na diretso design na, pero having a low fidelity mock-up or the wireframe, it's a good practice and it's a good foundation to avoid future errors sa pag-design or sa pag-trial and error. Like, mag-mock-up ka muna, then ipa-approve mo muna kay client or yung mga ganun situation. Kasi, usually, iba, diretso design na, then i-hand over kay client, then ang dami palang changes, di ba? So, mas okay na start ka muna, mag-build ka muna ng wireframe and then the low fidelity mock-up or the mock-up itself. Then, yun, ipa-approve mo na kay client para at least hindi ka na paulit-ulit sa pagde-design. And also, the wireframe, simply put, is just the backbone or tinatawag sa bahay, yung blueprint, di ba? para at least you will have a compelling designs. At least, di ba, planado kasi. So, it's better to practice drawing or sketching wireframe based, of course, on the research, based on what the website needs or the project needs. So, like what I've said kanina, yung gamit ko sa pag-sketch ng mga wireframes or ng mga logos, so I'm using Concepts app. Of course, Concepts apps app. So, you can download it on Apple Store or available rin siya on the Google Play Store. So, it's a good... I'm still using the free one, but you can also, of course, upgrade it to their premium plan. Pero, free will work, of course. The free one will work. Dati ang gamit ko lang is pen and paper, yung mga grid or dotted, tama ba? Grid or dotted notebooks. So, ang dami ko dati doon. And, kaso sa sobrang dami, nasyado na nag-take over ng space ng drawer ko dati dito sa workstations ko. Andun pa nga yung black storage nung mga notebooks ko. Nandun pa yung mga old sketches ko ngayon. And then, so I decided na mag-invest sa iPad. And then, naghanap ako ng simple na pwede ako mag-sketch. Ito nga, na-discover ko yung Concepts app. So, you can also use some web-based app like yung MacFlow, Balsamic, or even diretso na sa mga prototyping apps like yung Adobe XD, Figma, or Sketch for Mac. Okay, so let's start with the wireframe. So start tayo with sketching a header or yung menu or the navigation for desktop or the bigger screens. So here, this will have your logo. You can just create a simple logo based on your name as a start. That's a good start. Then, usually iba ginagawa naman, kino-combine nila yung initials nila, like sa akin rin, I just played around with my initials, yung F and E. So, pwede nyo rin gawin yon. Combine lang, then play around with it on Illustrator. So, and then also the tabs or the pages, like home, yan. Then, yung difference lang niya sa mobile is the menu tabs. Of course, we're going to use a hamburger icon instead. Then, we will make the tabs pop up or slide down when clicked. So, we will just develop it on the WordPress itself. Yung responsiveness niya on the smaller screens or usually sa tablet and mobile. And then next, foot on the footer. So this will be super simple and informative. Para hindi naman siya too overwhelming. So some tagline here, headline, then of course the call to action button like what we've mentioned dun sa sitemap. And then below it will be the primary menus, your social media icons, and the copyright text. So if you have a privacy policy or terms and conditions, then you can just include it on the footer part, beside the copyright section, the 2020, something like that. So you can have it side by side. So on the home page, so let's create the first section for the landing page. So inside, there will be tagline. Then, what you do as the headline, then CTA button going to portfolio page. The second section, let's create some of our recent work, portfolio, the title of your work, some descriptions, and the CTA buttons. Then the last section will be for testimonials. So we'll make this as a slideshow. You can have it as the top 3. Then on our portfolio page, so we'll have some headline here. Then here will be your gallery of portfolio from recent to oldest. So let's add the title and then the description or the excerpt. So now we're going to create your portfolio single post page. So ito yung in-depth na ng per project. So andun lahat ng detailed information ng project na ginawa mo sa client. So yung portfolio single post, dito natin lalagay yung detailed information ng project na ginawa mo before. Din yung parang case study or showcase. Diniscuss ko rin to dati din sa how to create a killer portfolio website. So let's continue. So we will start by adding the name of the project, an overview of the project, or usually this will be the needs, problems, or wants from the client. Then we will add a banner here for the outcome of the projects. It's better na makita agad nila yung result ng project na ginawa mo para, di ba, ma-curious sila at basahin nila up to the last part ng case study mo. And then we will also add the strategies you did like the research, the UX, your user experience design, the sitemap, the style guides, the mood board, so on. Then some imagery here for the strategies you made. Then the final remarks and the imagery of the final output. Ito na yung showcase or something like gallery nung projects na ginawa mo. Hindi naman kailangan marami. Pwede naman siguro up to 3 images. And then here sa services page, we will create 2 sections here starting from the list of what you will offer. We will add the tagline here and the headline below. So since we will offer 3 services, we can add some 3 columns here to separate each type of services. Then on each box, we can add the icon, the headline, then the description of your services. And then on the second section, we will just showcase your 3 recent work, plus a call to action button going to the portfolio page. Then on the about section, some tagline, headline or your name, of course your biography here. Then we can add your photo below. So why do we need your photo? It's the best way to know that you're not someone else and then you're not a robot. Parang ganon. And it's a social proof na you can be trusted. So on the about page, we can add a timeline here, short history of your work, then list of the clients you worked with. You can add their logo or brand mark as long as you have permission, and you will link those logo to their website or to their, kung wala namang website, like say kung graphics ang ginawa mo, you can link them to their Facebook pages, Instagram. And then on the contact page, simple lang yung contact page natin. We will just add a headline and then short description, then yung social media icons, and lastly, the contact form plus the submit button. So it will, you will receive the emails there if they use this contact form. And then on the 404 or the error page, we will just add some imagery here, then a headline, a short description, then yung search bar. Then lastly, on the archive, this will be just super simple archive for your search results. We only need a headline, then a grid of the results na tinype nila dun sa search bar. So now we already created our simple research, our user flow or sitemap, and our wireframe. So for these whole pages. So on episode 2, we will going to create the style guides that we will be using, like the font styles, kung ano ba yung mas fit na font family types, and then how many font type na pwede nating gamitin. Pero syempre, we will avoid the too overwhelming na or too distractive na font. And then of course the colors, dun based dun sa gusto nating i-implement. Syempre hahanap tayo ng mga schemes, ng hues na ibabalance natin of course for the overall page. So I hope you find this video helpful, and of course don't forget to follow me on my Instagram at FransEscoDesigns or on my Facebook page. Same lang na rin naman, pero magkaiba ang pinopost ko doon. And then, if you have any comments, suggestions, feel free to comment down below or just DM me away on my Instagram since I'm most active there. And of course, don't forget to subscribe on my channel for more upcoming videos. And of course, syempre sana supportahan nyo tong series ng portfolio website ko, and this will be super helpful especially to those beginners na magagawa pa lang ng kanilang portfolio website through WordPress. So again, thank you and see you again on my episode 2. Bye!